Hello, welcome back, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, to another episode. And today, oh my, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling elated because the Reggae Girls, they just secured their first ever victory at the Female World Cup. Now, the goal came courtesy of Alison Swaby in the second half after we had a couple of close tries from Drew Spence as well as Samson. But what a game it was, and I must say the Reggae Girls at no point throughout the game they seemed as if they didn't have a control on it. Before the game, the coach or the manager, he indicated that this would be a dogfight, and that was indeed the case. The Panamanians, they came out strong and they came out to win because, as a matter of fact, they needed this victory. That wasn't to be, as Reggae Girls had other plans. Before I even go any further into my assessment of the game and my monologue on the Reggae Girls, let me say a big shout out to the sponsors, Quick Link Shipping, telephone number 876-454-1979. You can check them out on Instagram as well. That's Quick Link Shipping. Anything you need whatsoever shipped into the island, they have you covered. And it's back to school now, so now is the perfect time to order your stuff, whether it's your school bags or your shoes or whatnot, on Amazon and have them come in. All right, so the score is 1-0, courtesy of Jamaica. Alison Swaby, she got on the score sheet, and mind you, remember, Bonnie Shaw was missing from this game because of the card that she got in the first game against France. Now, it's a magnificent feeling, and forgive me for my singing, but I feel compelled to sing for this one. One love, one heart, let's get together. Or we can say a governor, one move. Our style name, one move. But enough with the fun. Back in my day when we were playing football, we would say Panama got a Bob Marley. I think now the youngsters are saying that they got a governor, one move. All right, but either way you put it, we're extremely happy, and we feel ecstatic that there is actually hope that we can progress on to the next round. Jamaica's next game is against Brazil, who currently sit third in the group on 3 points. Now, Brazil, they won one and they drew the other. The one that they drew was they lost one. Sorry, they won one and lost one, like your program. Thank you so very much, James. And for those who are just joining us, remember, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button if you haven't yet done so as yet. All right, so as the group standing is now, we have Brazil in third, we have Panama in fourth, we have France in first, and we have Jamaica in second. Now, France and Jamaica, they're both on 4 points. Both teams have won one and drew one, so they're on 4 points. Jamaica's next game is against Brazil, and I know just by the name of it, some folks are intimidated. You don't know what to expect because naturally Brazil is a powerhouse when it comes to football. So when you hear that they're going up against Brazil, I know that there are some folks who are crawling into their shells and they're a little bit fearful because, again, Brazil is a big team in female and male football. They're a footballing powerhouse, so it's only natural. But over to Jamaica's game, I think we were so exciting throughout the game. We were taking long range shots. I think for the entire first half, our goalkeeper, she barely made a save. She barely had a touch. The Panama goalkeeper was busy throughout. We had a couple sights from outside the 18-yard box and had the Panama goalkeeper shuffling to make the saves. And it was good to see. It was good to see football that's direct and to the point. And that's what we saw from the Jamaican girls a little bit earlier on today. I think as we're going, is it halftime or the game over? It's over. The game is over. Gregory Prince, game is over. Final score 1-0. I have the press conference. Hopefully I can share it. Hopefully YouTube allows me to share it. But the manager spoke after the game and he said he thought the team was a little bit wasteful in front of goal, and the high from the game against France, they had to come down off that high and to regroup and to get ready again for the Panama game. So he admitted that the team was wasteful, and as I said, we had a couple of sights on goal. We hit the crossbar. The young lady that I think Drew Spence, yeah, she hit the crossbar. The goalkeeper pushed it onto the crossbar. But good sight in the first half, and it was good to see. It was just so refreshing to see so many shots coming from outside the 18 yard, because too often, and I think especially with the evolution of football these days, with what Pep Guardiola has done to football, a lot of teams they feel as if they have to build up all the way into the goal. They have to knock it all the way until they reach in the goal. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think what I saw today was the Bayern Munich of yesteryear, where we had Bastian Schweinsteiger and these guys taking long range shots. I think usually the Germans they take long range shots at World Cups on the male side, as a matter of fact, and that's what we saw today from the Reggae Girls. Whenever they held their head up, they were looking for goal, and they were kicking at goal. So they had the Panama goalkeeper shuffling throughout the entire game. The goal, Carter took the corner, and it was headed in by Swaby. I think it was a 55th, 56th minute thereabout. It was headed in. Swaby basically glanced it to the far post. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance, and that was the decisive goal in this one. That was the decisive goal, because what that means is Jamaica is now up to second in the group, just behind France. And mind you, remember the first game against France, Jamaica didn't concede. It was 0-0, and this is the second game. Jamaica 1 goal to the good. And now France is ahead of us because France has scored more goals. So that's why France is ahead of Jamaica. France's game against Brazil was 2 goals to 1, and as such, France is leading the group now because they have a superior, more goals scored. Put it that way. So although it's the same points, it's the same results, win one and draw one. France has scored more goals, and as such, they're ahead of us in the group. So what we need to happen now, let me pencil it out for you. We need Jamaica to draw with Brazil. I think just a draw with Brazil would be enough to get us through, because Brazil, they're currently on 3 points. All right, so Brazil has 1-1, so they beat Panama, and they lost against France. So Brazil needs a win. If they don't win, they're out. All right, assuming that everything else, because we're assuming that France wins. We're assuming that France wins. Brazil would need to win against Jamaica. So I think a draw for Jamaica would be good, but there are still so many things that could happen on the final day. France will be going up against Panama, and Jamaica will be going up against Brazil. If France draws with Panama and Jamaica draws with Brazil, then both France and Jamaica are through to the next round. All right, so that's at least a positive. I think as things stand now, Panama is at the bottom, but they will still need, or they'll still want to win a game, or to get something on the board before they leave the World Cup. You know, a lot of teams, they work so hard to get to the World Cup. So when they get there, they want to ensure that if it's even a point they're leaving with, although just getting to the World Cup is enough, enough of an achievement in and of itself. But I think overall, the Reggae Girls, they were exceptional, and history was made. And again, I'm going to say it, one love, one heart, one move. Anyhow you put it, Reggae Girls, they made that happen. They created history. First, they registered their first ever point at the World Cup, and now they registered their first ever win. I didn't think we played well at all, but in tournament competition is all that matters. Unless we improve, though, we will come unstuck. Hopefully, the coach sees where we need. Yep, I agree. But again, I think, considering what we were up against, and the coach mentioned it, it was a dogfight. And I think, as one mentioned, in tournament football, it's not about playing the better football, it's about getting the one that matters. And I think Lauren Donaldson said that in his press conference as well. We got the one that mattered, and that's what we saw today. Jamaica got the one that mattered. That one goal is the difference maker, and it is the reason why we still have a real chance of progressing on to the next round. Now, for the next game, Khadija Bonishaw, she will be back in, and I think she will give the team a boost going into that game against Brazil. We'll feel a little bit better. We'll feel like, again, she's the leader, or she's one of the leaders in this team, because we saw in her absence Alison Swaby, who is one of the top tier players in the team as well. She stepped up and she came up with the goods. But with Bonnie Shaw and the team, it's a different dynamic, and I'm excited to see that game against. Why are staples? As I said, and I've said it before, I have a league towards a female football, Talawa TV. I'm employed with that. I'll do a video here and there for exclusive female football content, Reggae Girls. Right, subscribe to the channel, your strength. All right, we don't want to crowd it up. Try to bomb Jamaicans would say. We want to make sure that everyone thrives in their niche. Okay, so I want to hear what your thoughts are. What are your reactions from the game? And I want to point because I think this is a major boost for the Reggae Boys as well. Looking across the field and see their female counterparts doing so well, it's motivation and the reaction from the fans. I know it even drives us to do well when they see how the Jamaican fans are reacting. So what your reactions are to the game, please leave it in the comment section. And remember, smash the like button, subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace out.